I'm sure that all of you who are survivors of terrible men are having some of the same emotions right now listening to the Epstein victims that I am. If I was going to describe really quickly how I'm feeling having just listened, I'd say, first of all, just anger, so much anger at the lack of action to protect women. But then that anger is almost equally balanced out by just the sheer exhilaration of hearing these women step into their truth by sharing their stories. As a survivor of terrible things myself, it is so inspiring to see some of these women who've gone through these horrible, unspeakable things and are exhibiting post-traumatic growth. The trauma didn't break them. It made them stronger. And they're using that strength to help others. But we also have to acknowledge that there are many women who are not survivors. They did not survive. It broke them. This has also pushed me into a PTSD episode. I'm literally in the parking lot of my therapist's office. She had a cancellation so they can come sit down with her for an hour today. And as I'm listening, I'm thinking about the two groups that I reached out to when I was being abused. The police. We literally lived across the street from a police station while I was a domestic violence victim. And then when I found out about my now ex-husband's double life, and the day that I found out and I had all of this evidence on my phone of ways that he was harming other women, I went down my elevator, walked out of my lobby, walked across the street to the police station, and I stood there crying my eyes out and like holding my phone out and saying, I need to talk to somebody. I've just found out that my husband has this double life. And I think that these bad things are happening, and I have videos and I have stuff on my phone, and I need to report this. And also he abuses me and I need to report him for domestic violence. And the lady behind the counter like called out an officer, and I just remember him kind of laughing at me. And like, I'm sorry, it must be really shocking to find out that your husband is cheating on you. And no, we don't need this evidence, thank you so much. And your husband is also a citizen. So we have to assume that he's innocent, and we can't just believe what you're saying about things that he's doing to you. It's innocent until proven guilty. This is a he said, she said. There's two sides to every story. And then I turned to my Mormon church leaders who were so much more invested in covering their own asses than helping me, that not only did they do nothing to protect me, because I was just a woman, I was utterly valuable, but the actions that they took would then endanger my life and almost end in death. Why? That was the question at the press conference. Why? I'll tell you why. Because women have no value in a patriarchy. We are just the breeding stock and the play toys. We protect what we value. Women are not protected. That says everything.